Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Scotland defeats Johnson Summit in Commonwealth Secretary General race. Jamaica's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Johnson Summit, has lost the race to become Secretary General of the Commonwealth. In a vote of 27 to 24, Baroness Patricia Scotland retained the position. The vote was held at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. Thanking all the countries and people who supported me in this journey. As I said to many of you, if I didn't pull through, God wasn't ready for me to leave Jamaica yet, Johnson Summit tweeted. Much love always, I continue to serve, and of course, sincere congratulations to Baroness Scotland, #OneLove, she added. Kamina did very well, we are proud of her, tweeted Robert Nesta Morgan, Jamaica's Information Minister. Scotland expressed thanks to Johnson Summit. Thank you for your gracious congratulations, and I am looking forward to working with you closely in the years to come. I am sure you will achieve great things by God's grace, she tweeted. Johnson Summit's entry into the race had spurred criticism from some Caribbean community Commonwealth states, including current head Antigua and Bermuda Prime Minister Gaston Brown, who had called her candidature a monumental error, commenting that it risked dividing the regional group that has given overwhelming support to Scotland for a second term. Scotland's leadership has been under the microscope since it was revealed that she had circumvented the customary competitive tendering requirement by awarding a lucrative consultancy contract to a French company. It was also revealed that the procurement rules had been waived in more than 50 instances by the Secretariat over 3 years, resulting in the suspension of discriminatory fund from the British, New Zealand, and Australian government until it got its financial procedures in order. She has denied the allegations. Illegal gun seized in Kingston, man arrested. The police are reporting the seizure of an illegal gun and ammunition and the arrest of a man off Cook Street in Kingston. The police report that the cops were on operation in the area where several premises were searched. While the operation was being conducted, a man was held as he was observed attempting to hide an object, according to the police. The police say further investigation revealed it was a 9mm pistol and 9 9mm round of ammunition. His identity is being withheld pending further investigations. Sissoko seeks public's assistance to finding man who exposed himself to child on JUTC bus. Detectives attached to the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse Sissoko are seeking the public's assistance in identifying a man who exposed himself to a child on a JUTC bus recently. The incident was captured on video. In the video, the man can be seen staring at a person behind the camera as he fondles himself. The footage was reportedly captured by the child. Sissoko is asking anyone with information that can assist officers in finding the culprit to contact them at 876-926-4079, call Crime Stop at 311, or the Police 119 emergency number. Newly rebuilt Hopewell Market in Hanover opens. More than 24 vendors will be occupying the newly rebuilt Hopewell Market in Hanover, which was officially opened on Thursday by Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie. The modern facility, constructed at a cost of approximately $23 million, replaces the old market that had fallen into despair. The rebuilt structure boasts new stalls, fish and meat areas, storage, bathrooms, and other amenities to enhance the experience of vendors and buyers. It will serve a population of some 6,000 people who live in around the township. A mural was painted on the wall of the market as part of the ministry's National Beautification Initiative, Paint the City, Paint the Town. In his address, McKenzie said the government recognizes the importance of markets as the center of commerce in rural towns and as such has been rehabilitating facilities across the island. Since 2016, the government, led by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, has spent quite a lot on markets across the country, said McKenzie. We built a brand new market in Port Mario at a cost of over $60 million. We built a brand new market in Falmouth in Trelawney. This market in Hopewell was not renovated, but instead, we rebuilt an entire new market for the vendors and the residents, he noted. The local government minister said work on the Hopewell market was completed within budget and took into consideration the recommendations of vendors who were engaged prior to and during the construction. He urged the vendors that in addition to protecting the infrastructure, they should also ensure that they pay their market fees. Understand that the market fees are what we use to maintain the place. More people will be employed now, so you have bathrooms, you need attendants, you have a new facility, you need to have security. The place needs to be kept clean, so it means new persons have to be employed, Mackenzie pointed out. He noted that the government since 2016 has spent more than $700 million to carry out various improvements in Hanover. We made a commitment to deliver, and that is what we are delivering, he said. Vendor Juna Garden, who will be occupying the new market, told reporters that he feels good about the new and improved facility. He said that during the construction phase, they were relocated to a car park, but noted that the vendors are now starting to occupy the new market. He gave a commitment on behalf of the other vendors to protect this space and keep it clean. I think we'll have more customers because they will be shopping in greater comfort. We appreciate the new market, and I hope they will come and shop with us, said Garden. We have to change the narrative from chopping to mopping, says Hilton. The key to transforming Jamaica from a crime and poverty prevalent country is to transform early childhood education. This is according to local automobile entrepreneur Andre Hilton, who was speaking at the UWI Mona School of Business Management on Thursday. I believe in early childhood education, and I believe if you want to transform Jamaica, you have to start there, from 0 to 6 years old, he said. A gunman did not just become a gunman because he was born that way. We created him. We create the gunman today, and if you look at the age 0 to 6, you can see who's been abused and captured them at that stage. The former People's National Party PNP Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Eastern said, to move forward as a nation and achieve Jamaica's 2030 vision, the Jamaican government must establish programs to nurture the entrepreneurial talent of the population. We need a system that captures the potential of these youngsters and points them in the right direction. We have to change the narrative from chopping to mopping, he explained. Mopping is a process of researching and understanding a targeted market with the intent to supply them with goods or services. It is necessary, he added, for Jamaicans and especially Jamaican youths to experience a shift in perspective from import to export. If you ask a Japanese youth or young entrepreneur in Japan what kind of business you want to go into, they say export. When you ask a Jamaican youth what kind of business you want to go into, him say import. Why can't we change that? He questioned the audience. He continued, everywhere in the world, people want a little touch of Jamaica. Brand Jamaica is expensive, and we need to capitalize on it. We have the best coffee in the world, we have the best ginger in the world, and we have the best cocoa in the world. We need to map the world to see where they are responding to Jamaica. He insists early childhood institutions are the best places to implement behavior modification, as most children from inner city communities access them at some point. This is one school and inner city, mother or father will proudly send their child. They're always scared for them at that age, so you, the government, can catch their attention and from there, work with the schools and intervene and support these children so they can represent Jamaica in the future, he expressed. Church group condemns brutal killing of Clarendon mother and 4 children. The Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches, JUGC, has added its voice to their condemning Tuesday's brutal killing of a mother and her 4 children in Clarendon. The JUGC, in a statement, said it is saddened and alarmed at the unabated reports of murders being committed across the country, including Tuesday's bloodbath, which claimed the lives of 5 people. They were found in their home Tuesday morning with their throats slashed. A family member who was quickly named as a person of interest in the matter was apprehended in Trelawney the same day and is in police custody. It is particularly disheartening to note that all the children who lost their lives under the age of 16. We note further that the deceased were members of 2 of the most vulnerable demographic cohorts in our society, women and children, said JUGC Chairman, the Most Reverend Kenneth D. Richards. We stand in support of this and other families who grieve because of the continued inexplicable loss which is caused by the prevailing unspeakable horror of murders plaguing our nation, Richards added. The JUGC lamented that Jamaicans have a long-standing disregard for the sanctity of life. God creates life, and God's word teaches us of the unequivocal requirement to protect, preserve, and promote life, because human life is precious and occupies an unassailable position of priority in God's eyes. The JUGC is urging the country to remain intent to urgently find ways to revert to the culture of violence, which is sadly part of our everyday life. We must end this unacceptable bloodletting. The church group has offered comfort and support to the grieving members of the family. We offer support to the members of the community and other communities whose tranquility and decorum continue to be horrifically disrupted by murder. We stand in support of the large numbers of Jamaicans whose sensibilities are filled with outrage with each act of violence, it said. The JUGC is encouraging the security forces to do all that is legally mandated for the speedy resolution to crime and violence. We urge all people of faith and well-thinking Jamaicans to remain resolute in our insistence for a safer Jamaica rooted with a faith in God, it concluded. Jamaica reports 150 new COVID cases, 5 deaths. Jamaica reported 150 new cases of COVID-19 and 5 fatalities on Thursday, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 142,161 and the death toll to 3,112. Of the newly reported cases, there were 94 females and 56 males, with ages ranging from 9 months to 85 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 38, St. Catherine 35, St. Anne 22, St. James 13, Clarendon 10, Manchester 8, St. Thomas 7, Trelawney 6, St. Elizabeth 5, Hanover 4, and Westmoreland 2. Meanwhile, the latest fatalities are an 81-year-old man from St. Catherine, whose death was recorded in June 2021, a 75-year-old from St. Anne, whose death was recorded in June 2021, a 90-year-old man from St. Anne, whose death was recorded in June 2021, a 77-year-old woman from St. Anne, whose death was recorded in June 2021, and a 54-year-old man from Clarendon, whose death was previously reported under investigation in July 2021. 2 more deaths were reported under investigation, and another was reported as coincidental. The country also recorded 85 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 90,387. The positivity rate for the latest run of testing was 21%. There are 114 people hospitalized, 3 of them critically ill. There are 1,713 confirmed active cases on the island. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.